Greetings, Boogie fans! Michael here, and earlier this year, I made a video where I attempted to beat Pokemon Alpha Sapphire with only one of my favorite Pokemon that is not very well endowed in the stat department, Castform. Hell yeah. There were multiple reasons I chose to do that challenge in Alpha Sapphire, but one of the biggest ones is that it's a generation where TMs do not break. What that means is that I could change my Castform's moveset to have it specialize in a particular weather that differed depending on the boss battle. So for example, I fought Flannery with rain, Wallace with sun, and Drake with hail. Yeah. But then I became aware of someone else who did a Castform solo run challenge, but in an older game, where TMs do break and therefore changing the move setup is not so easy. That challenge is Can I Beat Pokemon Emerald with Only Castform by mah-dry-bread. I've been watching mah-dry-bread's Pokemon playthrough challenges for a while, and he does ones that are a lot harder than the ones I attempt, because I like it when things are fun. And I asked permission to make a reaction video to his Castform video, and he graciously said yes, so make sure to subscribe to mah-dry-bread. Link to his channel will be in the description below, and he does very regular Pokemon challenges, so if you don't like how infrequent mine are, there you go. I have seen many of mah-dry-bread's challenges, but I have not seen the Castform one, so I'm excited to check it out, and I'm just gonna be reacting to seeing how he's able to pull it off, if he is. So, without further ado, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, since 60% of my viewers are not subscribed, which is a hell no moment. And let's dive into my reaction to Can I Beat Pokemon Emerald with Only Castform. All right, here we go. Oh, wait, no, here we don't go. I need my gamer goggles. Hell yeah! And every time I film something with these glasses, I don't notice that they're dirty during the day, but with all of the filming lights, it like makes all the little bits of not cleanliness on there much more noticeable, and I like have to clean them before every single video I film wearing them. Side note, if you're someone watching this video who happens to be working for the company that makes these glasses, just hit a brother up for some sponsorship stuff, you know, if you want to. Okay, now I'm ready to go. I'm going to hit play.
Hey everyone, mah-dry-bread here. Pokemon Red with only one Beedrill was a really weird one, so let's...
Pokemon Red with only Beedrill? Oh, that doesn't sound... Wait, that says Butterfree. Oh, that's the nickname. Okay, that was a moment. I haven't done any playthrough challenges in Gens 1 or 2 yet, because I started Pokemon in Gen 3, and so Gen 3 is like the oldest Pokemon I'm used to. So whenever I play through Gen 1 or 2, I'm like, this is so old. The Pokemon box is terrible. How did people live like this?
Let's do one that I've been getting requested non-stop for a whole year now. Today's the day that we finally figure out would I be able to beat Pokemon Emerald with a team of only one Castform. Castform stats are actually pretty good by the standards of the Pokemon I usually use on this show.
Castform stats are good compared to the Pokemon that I use is not a sentence I think I've heard anyone say ever. Castform, I mean, that was something I realized when I was doing my challenge, is that early game Castform is the strongest Pokemon, but then as you get into the later parts of the game, he is not the strongest.
70 in each stat, making it a total of 420 base stats. You can make your own jokes. By level up, he gets a ton of move variety as soon as he hits level 10, and after that, he has access to tons of weather moves and...
Okay, I didn't know this. Yikes. I always thought Castform got Hydro Pump, Blizzard, and Fire Blast by level up. I know it gets Hurricane nowadays. I know it didn't always get that because Hurricane is not a Gen 3 move. I was not aware it did not get Hydro Pump, Fire Blast, and Blizzard. Like, wow, that sucks. This really will be a heck of a lot harder than the version I did.
Weather Ball, so he's pretty usable. The TM move list is also very...
Pretty usable. Okay, wow, I'm just like, wow, that's garbage. And mah-dry-bread is so used to using Pokemon like freaking Magikarp that he's like, wow, this is pretty decent. Also, one thing I should mention, in my Castform challenge, I didn't go with Weather Ball at all because I I completely forgot that using it under weather doubled its power. I thought Weather Ball only changed its type, but no, it becomes 100 base power if you use it under the weather, which was something that I was not aware of. So I'm sharing that with you now. That's why I didn't use Weather Ball in the original Castform playthrough, because I didn't know.
Very impressive, giving us even more type coverage by adding things like Thunderbolt to our
Castform's
potential move list.
Castform's moveset is not one of its weak points.
So much better than what I usually have to choose from.
Oh yeah.
His main gimmick, though, is his ability Forecast. It makes him into a fire form during harsh sunlight, water form in the rain, and an ice form in hail.
Yeah!
Weather Ball that will get stronger and gain a new type along with the weather. This is actually really powerful. In fact, this might be the easiest
news to me
Pokemon
after I
I've ever
posted
used in a
mine.
Pokemon challenge, to be honest. Like always, I'm writing the script as I go through with the challenge, so this part is being written before I've started. Everyone comment down below and guess if I can win or not. I'm pretty confident that I can beat this one. I don't want to get too overconfident, but I think this will be an easy run. That's kind of why I put this off for so long.
So, two things. mah-dry-bread and I, despite the fact that we both do Pokemon playthrough challenge videos, clearly do it differently. First off, the production process. He writes it as he goes along, as he just said. I write the whole thing. I do the whole playthrough, then I write the whole script, because then I can speckle in jokes and foreshadowing and stuff. I know literature. But also I think it's so funny about our different scales of difficulty. Like, he's confident this is gonna be easy compared to all the other ones that he's done. He's not gonna use items in battle, if you see that at the top, which is something, and like, I'm just like, no items in battle? No. And I was like, Castform solo run. In Gen 3? Nay. Peasant, it's entirely too difficult for a king such as myself. Alternatively, you could interpret that as I'm a giant wimp. Which honestly, like, if you're calling me a wimp in regards to the difficulty level of Pokemon games I decide to play, I'm good with that.
Even though people have been asking for this non-stop since I started. Let's explain the rules. In combat, I can only use Castform. I'll need other Pokemon to use HMs, but I won't be allowed to use any of those Pokemon in battle. Yes. No glitches or exploits, no items in battle, only Pokeballs, held items, and
that will cover
outside.
The no glitches or exploits, yes. I did mine on Alpha Sapphire. I don't have a hacked 3DS. I don't know how I would have. But also the no items in battle is something that I have, like I said, that seems too hard for a feeble simpleton such as myself.
Combat are allowed. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more. Let's do
Same for my channel,
I use the Universal Pokemon Randomizer to replace Trico with Castform so we can do the whole run with it. I name him Mallow because he's a cloud person. Our nature is hardy, so no stat.
Is that a reference? Mallow? Cloud person? Is that just a reference to marshmallows being like clouds? Or is there a character, Mallow, in Pokemon? She's a grass type chef. This is either a reference I don't understand or it's just marshmallows, clouds, similar things. Not scientifically, but in appearance and apparent texture.
Changes. Our actual stats are almost perfectly even, and we're at level 5, so we only have Tackle. We're normal type right now, so at least we get the same type attack bonus, and then at level 10 we get a load of really useful early game moves. The first May fight was a completely one-sided beatdown. First form starters aren't really gonna have the stats to handle us right now.
Yep.
Very quickly, we plow through all of the early trainers, and while we're fighting one in the forest, we hit level 10 and learn
Water Gun,
Ember,
Powder Snow,
and Powder Snow.
Ember,
I can't even
coverage
dream of getting this good of type coverage in most of my Pokemon challenges. I actually ended up getting to Roxanne's Rock Gym at only level 11, lower than her Pokemon. Water Gun brought her first Geodude to a sliver, but we got hit by Rock Tomb, lost speed, and she used a potion to heal. We took her out on the follow-up, and her second Geodude was a one-shot. Last is Nose Pass, though, and it's only Rock type, so we aren't double super effective against it. We go shot for shot with Water Gun and Tackle for ages, but because she has both an Oran Berry and a potion, we just get one hit away from taking her out. Considering I level up during the attempt, though, I bet I'll win on the second try. Second try,
okay.
and we one-shot.
Yeah, see, that's the tricky thing about the way mah-dry-bread does challenges, is because no items in battle means he loses a lot more often. If you haven't watched my Castform video yet, please watch it. I like views. But a spoiler, I'm warning you now, this is a spoiler for my Castform video. So if you have not seen it, click off and go watch it now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I beat it without even losing once. I did not lose a single battle in the entire time. But if I could not heal if I could not use in battle healing items, I absolutely would have, especially to like that Vile Plume in like Overworld Rain. So I was forced into being a water type in the rain against a grass type. Yeah, would have lost that one. I healed a lot, and that was the only reason I won that.
Fought both of the Geodudes this time, and it actually levels me up to 13. Weirdly enough, though, we actually do worse against Nosepass because, in the end, Roxanne used a second potion. On the very next attempt, though, we ended up winning because she used one less Rock Tomb, so we still got a fast win. Would you look at this, we're past the Rock Gym in an Emerald run, and we're not level 25. Next up, I'm going to have to do either the
That's
Fighting
true,
Gym
beat it under
or
leveled.
skip it and work towards the Electric Gym. But I decided to try the Fighting Gym since it's worth the experience for now. The Electric Gym is always really tough anyway. When I finally get to the Fighting Gym, though, we don't make it past Machop. We're normal.
Actually, I was just saying, so he's attempting the Fighting Gym knowing that he's probably gonna lose because he wants the experience. And I'm sitting here thinking that's gonna lose you a lot of money, which is not great. But I guess if you're not using healing items in battle, you're not as strapped for cash.
Type until we can change the form with our weather, so they do a lot of damage. I decided to go level up off the trainers on the beach until we can learn our first weather-changing move.
Yeah, I did the same. I trained in Granite to get Rain Dance, make myself not.
But Rain Dance is the only one I want right now, and I replaced Water Gun. I know it seems really weird because I'm giving up one of the same type attack bonus moves with it, but this is a strategic choice for the long term. I won't need Water Gun again until I get Water Ball at level 30, but I will need Tackle to deal with the water types for a little while. Plus, Powder Snow can freeze and Ember can burn. Water Gun is just Water Gun. Even after getting to level...
So that's interesting. So he kept only Rain Dance, which is what I did, but I kept Water Gun around. I don't recall. I think I might have deleted Powder Snow just because water and ice overlap a lot on what they're super effective. Well, ground. I feel like, wow, what else is ice good against? Just rewatch my video. I explained my thought process in my video, and I don't remember it now.
Level 20, and using Rain Dance, though, I still can't beat Machop. We take far less damage, but we also have to keep wasting time keeping the rain going. I was hoping for good freezing luck,
I one-shotted it with Water Gun.
He thawed at the same turn, because that's just
at like the same level.
Not only that, Brawly used a potion. I'm gonna have to come back when I'm stronger or have a new move. Let's fight our
Water Gun would have worked.
First is Wingull, so I tackle it twice to take it down. Second was a total tactical failure on my part. Water Gun was the first move to replace, but I should have done this fight first. We have nothing that's effective against Kabuskin, we're weak against it if we don't make it rain, and we do almost no damage with Tackle. I'm probably just gonna be stuck grinding until level 30 when I can get Weather Ball. I decided that every 2 levels I gain, I'd try the Fighting Gym again.
Okay.
At level 22, it's actually going really well. We do just the right amount of damage that Machop got taken out by the 3rd hit with the crit.
Oh,
and
yes.
against Meditite, I just kept using Powder Snow and Tackle, easily getting us the win because he was just using Focus Punch and failing due to the damage over and over. Last was Makahita, though, and his Vital Throws were way too strong, and our Powder Snow was way too weak. We really didn't last long. Oof. Even at level...
Wow, this is just, yeah, it's clearly just such a different experience here. Because when I did it, the Castform replaced Mudkip. I didn't hack in the Castform, but I just chose Mudkip and then got a Castform egg as soon as I possibly could. And so my rival had Grovyle. So my Castform was just beat it with Ember. Yeah, not having Water Gun to beat the Combuskin is... yeah, I would agree on the tactical error part, but it's fine. There's a lot of video left. You'll be fine. I believe in you. But also, I'm feeling pretty good that I beat Brawly first try in a much easier game where I bred my Castform to have very good IVs and a modest nature.
24, the fight goes almost the exact same way. It's pretty frustrating that a large part of the fight's luck is based on Machop at the start. At level 26, we do a little bit better, but it was mostly just because he didn't use Vital Throw as early. At least we are really close to getting a new move. I try
Believe
once
in yourself,
more, still at
Mallow.
level 26. This time not using Rain Dance and Powder Snow, instead just tanking the super effective hits and staying normal type so the tackle gets powered up by the same type attack bonus. We do much more damage and almost take him out, but we still end up going down. I'm starting to think that at level 28, I can finally win this.
See, this is why I make challenges easier on myself than mah-dry-bread does, because mah-dry-bread is just like, oh, couldn't get it here. Like, how many times has he fought this freaking Makuhita? Like, on the... I'm like, God, that's so frustrating, you still can't beat it, and I'm not even doing it.
At level 28, we get back to Makuhita. Our tackles are doing way more damage than before, and we easily take him out. It's crazy how a few stat points can completely change a battle this early in the game. It's a shame I had to level up 8 times just for this one gym, though.
Yeah.
Next, I try for the main fight again. This time, I'm just able to tackle my way through the entire fight, but not without taking a lot of damage in the process. Double kick mixed with focus energy for crits when we're still normal type is really rough to deal with. While fighting trainers in the electric gym, we finally hit level 30 and replace tackle with weather ball. It's a normal move with 50 power and 100 accuracy, but it bumps all the way up to 100 power during special weather events,
power
and
doubling
will change
thing.
its type accordingly. That means we have a 100 power water move with the same type attack bonus, because we'll change to water form.
Yeah, okay, I know it's good. I didn't know about the doubling of power. Just didn't know, okay? I didn't know. I kept water gun because I was like, oh, water gun. It's only like 10 base power points less, and I don't have to set up the rain to use it and get water damage. And Rain Dance just has very little PP. That was my thought process, but it would have been stronger. It turned out fine, okay? Like I said, I didn't lose.
For the fire gym, that'll be awesome. Electric gym time, though. Water Ball takes Voltorb to a sliver as he hits us with Spark, but he used a super potion, so we had to hit him 2 more times. Electrike is second, and it's just a one-shot, and next is
That was
Mega
another
Pop.
drawback of it.
Ember does a solid chunk of damage. We get paralyzed off
Move so
Thunder
fast, I
Wave.
can't see.
We Ember again to bring him to a sliver, but he uses a super potion.
Man, Watson's
Before he
gym
can
is
go down,
brutal in
he
Emerald.
manages
All the
to hit us with
paralysis is a
Sonic Boom,
lot.
so we're below half health. Last is main trick, but we failed an attack early from paralysis, so he quickly took us down with a few sparks.
Oh no!
Even if we weren't paralyzed, we might not have won that fight. Failing that, I decided to fight the trainers in the area and just try the fight again at whatever level that makes me end up at. It took a solid half an hour, but we're now 3 levels higher. We now one-shot both
yes, good,
Voltorb and
use your
Electric,
power!
but
Go,
Megaton still
Mallow,
hangs on
go!
and paralyzes us. But he only gets 1 shockwave before we finish
Stupid
him.
Magneton!
Main trick actually ended up being pretty easy, because the way his health landed from our attacks, he never ended up using a super potion.
Huh?
Honestly, if not for that, we might have
Spicy.
lost. The next area of the game is where I'm going to have to both fight Team Magma and then the Fire Gym, but considering we have Rain Dance and Water Ball, I'm really not that worried. The Maxi fight started off
calling
a
it
little bit
Water
green
Ball.
because Mighty N is Intimidate and Sand.
Is it technically water ball when it's raining? Yeah, but I just think it's funny. I mean, it's water ball now. It's water ball currently.
Attack, but we just made it rain and swept him easily with Powder Snow and Weather Ball.
Oh, he said weather ball
Naturally,
that
the Fire
time.
Gym was a total sweep with Weather Ball once I started Rain Dance.
I'm such a jerk when it comes to like, haha, you said something wrong. I do that to Pokemon 7 John all the time. Calls Doublade Dewblade. And I'm just like, it's Double Blade!
Usually this gym is really hard, so I'm happy that it went well. We have to get back to Petalburg City though, so on my way I picked up the root fossil. I knew that if I didn't say what I took, you'd all ask. Actually, now that I think about it, everyone asks anyway. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Next is the normal
They
gym.
don't actually
I
matter
start my
that
rain
much.
dance right away as Spin Duck confused us with
I mean, they're
Teeter
good,
Dance.
yes, but it's not much of
Thankfully,
an
we still
effect.
hit our Weather Ball for a one-shot. Vigoroth also got one shot by Weather Ball,
Yes,
but next
go.
is Lanoon, and we hit ourselves
Oh
in
god,
confusion.
belly drumline
But
noon.
because all he did was belly drum,
terrible
we just
memories.
showed off confusion and finished him.
Oh!
Last is
Oh, you
slacking,
got
and the
it.
rain stopped, so I just rain danced again. He wasted his turn using counter, so on the turn where he can't attack due to his Truant ability,
Oh, that's so
I
much
just hit Weather
damage.
Ball. Seeing as he's just spamming counter, I just use Rain Dance on the turns where he can attack,
Yep.
and he goes down very,
That's
very
how you beat slacking.
With that done, we get Surf, and I decide to go straight to the abandoned ship.
Ice Beam?
This area is really
No, Ice
small
Beam
and
you
it's
need
not at all
dive.
required, so I usually don't even go here. But it's really easy to get the TM for Ice Beam here, and
Oh,
Ice
no,
Beams are
I'm
awesome.
misremembering
So we'll
things.
probably
Yep,
just
there's
replace
Ice Beam.
Powder Snow with this at some point. I just want to get it early. While we're on a TM hunt, I also shot off the generator in the new Moville power plant.
Thunderbolt!
This is
You get
because it
Thunderbolt
gets us to
so
TM
much
for
earlier
Thunderbolt,
in
an
Ruby,
absolute
Sapphire, Emerald than
run-saver of a
Oris.
move.
In Oris, you can't get the Thunderbolt TM until after you stop a Groudon or Kyogre, which is like Man, it was so nice to be able to get it so early in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. Freaking Oris is like, no, the move is too powerful. You must wait. Wait until I have 7 badges in the Legendary? Like, come on.
In Gen 3, since so many major trainers love water-type Pokemon, this will probably carry us through some really awful fights. So on our way north, we have to do the Weather Institute battles. They're so easy that I never bring them up, but because we get a free Castform from it, I thought it'd be funny to show you. Sure, we can't use this Castform, but she was still really helpful. She was holding Mystic Water. It buffs her water move's power by 10% in this game, so I move it to Mallow to power up his Weather Ball during the rain even more. After that is the
Mallow's like, thank you, sister. I will take your Mystic Water power.
May fight, and this is usually a really easy one, but it's always raining here, and she actually resists water really well.
The always raining
Thanks
stuff.
To absolutely insanely bad confusion luck, I actually almost lose, even though she's just using lame moves like...
So I think, so the thing with, like, the rain on some of these routes near Fortree is that it's actually dependent on the time of day and, like, the day of the week. But with, like, if you're playing, I believe, if you're playing on a ROM, the, like, it doesn't have, like, on an emulator, it doesn't have the in-game clock thing, and so it's, like, whatever it decides it is, it just always is. So that's why it's always raining. It's, like, with Shoal Cave, you, like, can't properly, like, make the tide change. Because, like, the DS emulators, they will just take the clock time on your computer, but at least in my experience, the Game Boy Advance emulators can't do the same.
Like Absorb, but we do get the win on the first try. The Flying Gym is next, but naturally it was a totally one-sided beatdown.
Oh yes,
and
go
Castform,
go Castform,
flying types.
Go Castform.
Our next major fight is against the Team Megama leader Maxi, but like usual, he isn't really an issue. Our stats are pretty good, and we're super effective against 2 of his 3 Pokemon, so he doesn't really stand a chance. Next is the Psychic Gym, and it's a mandatory double battle, so I filled out the team with Magikarp. Right away I make it rain as our Magikarp goes down, and we get hit by Earthquake. I then use the Water Weather Ball to one-shot Claydol so he can't sit around earthquaking us forever. They sent out Soul Rock, and Xatu finished the round by setting up Sunny Day, turning us into a Fire type. I decide to Ice Beam Xatu.
There's the first Sun version!
As he uses Calm Mind. Soul Rock nails us with Psychic, and we're at half health. Then they Hyper Potion Xatu, so our next Ice Beam couldn't finish him off, and we got hit by Psychic again, even losing special defense.
Yeah, double battles in solo runs are hard.
One last Ice Beam finishes off Xatu, but Lunatone came out, and one last Psychic finished us. This is always a brutal fight. I try again right away, this time countering the Sunny Day by making it rain again. I got farther since I could take out Soul Rock and Lunatone, but by the time I did, Xatu had powered up his special attack so much
multiple Calm Minds.
I try one more time, this time replacing Ember with Thunderbolt, just in case I can get Paralysis to stick. I did the same opener to deal with Claydol, and this time Xatu didn't use Sunny Day, so I instantly took out Soul Rock with a Water Weather Ball. Xatu made it sunny the next round, so I switched to Thunderbolt and hit Xatu, as their whole team was just using Calm Mind. A second Thunderbolt took out Xatu. I made it rain to switch back to Water, and he was still just using Calm Mind, so I brought it to Red Health with Weather Ball, he used Calm Mind again, and I finished him off.
Yes!
That was a really weird fight.
Castform!
Last before the final gym, we have our one fight with Team Aqua's leader, Archie, but he's just Maxi with a Water type, so Thunderbolt was great. Finally onto the Water Gym. Love Disc is a one-shot with Thunderbolt, and second is Whiskash. First, I Ice Beam for solid damage, but uses Amnesia, so I switched to Weather Ball for a physical attack. Earthquake hurts a bit, and
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, Weather Ball, if it's the Sandstorm or no weather version, is not a special attack. Yeah. Fascinating. When I fought Wallace, I just was like, the sunlight, because I really hadn't gotten to use the sun much and I wanted to use it, so I was just like, solar beam, solar beam, solar beam.
Hyper Potion, so it took 3 more Weather Balls to end him. Celio survived Thunderbolt with a sliver, hit us to get us down to 26 health, then we finished it. Crawdaunt was a one-shot, and last is Kingdra. Ice Beam did
I hate this Kingdra so much.
As he used Double Team. Our second Ice Beam hit again to bring him to low health.
Screw you,
as he
Juan.
hit us with his own Ice Beam to drop
Screw you, Juan, and your dumb
then
Kingdra.
Then we finished him off with one last hit. Last before the Elite Four is the Wally fight. Altaria is double weak to ice, so one Ice Beam took it out.
Yep.
Second is Delcatty, who missed us, so we had to take him out in 2 hits. Third is Magneton. Ice Beam isn't doing much, but the second one freezes it solid, so it only hit us once. Roselia was a one-shot with Ice Beam, and last is Gardevoir. Thunderbolt does decent damage as he...
Wow. The league is a lot of this video.
lets off a future sight. Our second one paralyzes him, but because of the synchronize ability, we got paralyzed as well. Then for the rest of that round and the whole 2 following rounds, we were both fully paralyzed. That's 5 actions in a row. I've never seen that before.
Wow, that is crazy.
Us, so we took damage, but we attacked next round and just finished him off. That was nuts. Let's take a look at our stats before we try the Elite Four. They're really not that
You're
bad
only
for level
57?
57, but they are far from great. The Emerald Elite Four is usually quite a bit harder than the Elite Four in Gens 1 or 2, so I don't think I can get away with winning at this low of a level.
Yeah, I don't think so
I'll
either.
Elite Four just to see how I do, but I don't expect to get very far without at least a few more levels. Less chance to guess if we can win or not. Let's do this.
Yeah, no.
First is Dark Trainer
Absolutely
Sydney.
not.
Right away we use Thunderbolt on Mighty Anna, but get hit by
The highest level in the league is higher than you, and you're just a Castform.
Out of our health, and we finish it with another Thunderbolt. Sand Attack is the worst. Shiftry hangs on from red health from Ice Beam, but gets frozen solid. But they just use full restore, so don't celebrate yet. Another 2 Ice Beams hit though, so it does go down. Cacturn dodges the first Ice Beam and hits us with Cotton Spores to slow us down.
Oh,
Next,
slow
he us
Mallow.
when we were hitting Ice Beam, but he
Mallow
hung
slow.
on. Feint Attack brings our health down even more as we finish him off, and we're in pretty rough shape. Crawdaunt is next, and we could totally one-shot him, but he ended us. Considering this was my luckiest of 20 different attempts thanks to Sand Attack, we cannot win this without better stats.
Yep.
I try again at level 60. I still got Sand Attack.
I was right.
Again, but this time we didn't miss the follow-up, so we're still
Mine was like over.
And he
Mine was a lot
teamed,
healthier.
But our second one hit to bring him into red health.
Higher level.
And he just used double.
Well, also
team.
healthier because
So
I
he used a full restore and
healing
I
items.
missed, so he's healthy again. Interestingly enough, our next Ice Beam ended up one-shotting him. He must have been in a damage range. Cacturn was a one-shot, and fourth is Crawdaunt.
I love when you
goes down
surprise
one
one-shot
Thunderbolt.
things.
Last is Absol, but Thunderbolt missed, and we got hit with a weak Rock Slide. Our second Thunderbolt missed again as he used Swords Dance, and finally our third one hit for decent damage. Rock Slide did a lot more damage this time thanks to Swords Dance. I hit Weather Ball for a solid chunk of damage as he slashed all the way down to red health before we finally finished him
Believe
with
in
another
yourself!
Thunderbolt. That was
Yeah!
close. Second is Ghost Trainer Phoebe.
You did
First
it!
is Dusclops, who spams Protect and has pressure to ruin our
why
power
turn into
points,
the rain
so I just
here?
used Rain Dance as she protects. Then I
You
hit Ice
stay
Beam for a bit
normal.
of damage as we got hit for a bit ourselves. Her
You stay
Protect
normal,
stopped
they
our
can't
Weather
touch you
Ball,
with the
but our
ghost
second
moves.
try worked and we take her down. The first Bayonet is a one-shot with Weather Ball, but on the second one, the
Well, I
rain
guess-
stopped, so I tried to Ice Beam,
guess it is
but
more
it didn't do
powerful.
a ton. She missed Will-O-Wisp, and I Ice Beamed again for a critical hit, taking her out.
I used
Sableye came
Shadow
out
Ball
and Ice Beam took out about half
to
of her
beat
health,
Phoebe.
as it hardly hurts us with Feint Attack. We hit it again to take it to a sliver, she uses Double Team, then she healed. We hit 2 more Ice Beams to bring it to a
Double
sliver
Team's the
again.
worst.
We got crit with Feint Attack to lose most of our health, then she healed again. We crit to bring it back to red health, then we missed Thunderbolt, got hit, missed Ice Beam, and finally finished it off. Naturally, the final Dusclops easily took us out. Once again, things like Double Team and Sand Attack are super frustrating to fight against in a single Pokemon challenge.
If it's not 100% accurate, it's 50% accurate. If Double Team or Sand Attack has been used, it's 5% accurate.
Alright, I'm gonna have to grind more. If I'm gonna go through PowerPoints that fast, just trying to beat the first 2 members of the Elite Four, then there's no way that the few Ethers
Plant
and Elixirs that I
Lepaberries!
have will last
Wait,
all the
I
way
don't know
till
if-
the
I
end.
don't know if those
and
will
there's
grow,
no way that
actually,
we'd survive
on an
Walrus.
emulator.
Considering that I also need to get lucky enough or strong enough to start getting runs where I have enough PowerPoints by the second battle to still make it to the end of the fight, I might just have to get strong enough to one-shot Sydney's Mighty Anna so that I stop losing moves to Sand Attack. I tried to refight them every few levels, but I'd often just lose to Sydney again, so I really do need these levels.
Yeah.
At this level, whether or not I get past
brutal.
Sydney is just luck. Finally, we get another good shot at Phoebe. This time I go straight for Weather Ball after Rain Dance and just
Nice.
switch through
Okay, now
Dusclops,
you're
2
at a
Bayonets,
level.
and Sableye before it stopped raining when the
level
last
was mine? I don't
Dusclops
remember.
came out. I hit a
I feel like when I beat it, mine ended up at like a little over 70, I want to say. I want to say that's where mine was. So he's starting to get there now.
critical Ice Beam for tons of damage, tanked an Earthquake, hit another Ice Beam that she hung on from thanks to a berry. She healed with a full restore, so I had to use 2 more Thunderbolts. She hit another Earthquake, and finally, we take it out. We really aren't doing much damage. I should have just used Weather Ball more. Third is Ice Trainer Glacia.
Yeah!
Hung on with the Sliver right away from Thunderbolt, but
oh, hell yeah!
So we just turned into an Ice type and didn't
Look at there it is!
She used a full restore, but a Thunderbolt and Weather Ball took her down. Ball Rain is second, so I Thunderbolted for big damage.
When I fought Glacia, I was like, should I just like let her do the hail, or should I just like brute force it? And I think I set up Sun. I have to rewatch. I should have rewatched my own video before I did this, but I think I don't actually think she ever got the chance to set up hail when I fought her, because I just obliterated things with like fire moves in the sun, or maybe not even in the sun. Maybe I just blasted with fire moves. I don't remember.
Took a solid quarter of my health and damage from Surf, then finished it off with another Thunderbolt. Glalie is next, so I use Rain Dance, knowing my Weather Ball can overpower it. We tank an Ice Beam for almost no damage, then one-shot it with Weather Ball.
Yes.
Another Celio comes out and
wow,
turns
I
to
really
hail
should have
again,
got Weather
so
Ball, but it's fine. Scald is good too. All right, Scald was
again, and one
Scald
last
worked
one
for me.
it. Last was another
Later.
Glalie, but naturally I just made it rain and one-shot it with Weather Ball. Fourth is Dragon Trainer Drake, and finally, for the first time in a while, we had a really easy fight where I just swept his whole team with Ice Beam.
Yeah.
Kingdra took a few more hits, but we
no
were
hail
definitely
though. I used hail
finally,
against
the
him.
Pokemon
That was
champion
fun.
Wallace. Right away, I Thunderbolted Wailord to bring him
Wallace.
to almost red health, as he nailed us with Blizzard for a quarter of our health. He then full restored, so it took 2 more
Wailord
Thunderbolts
is so
to take him
freaking
out.
bulky.
Second is Tentacruel, and tanked a Thunderbolt pretty well.
Very
then
good special
poisoned us with
defense.
Toxic, so this run is probably doomed. I finished it off, and next was Ludicolo. I Ice Beam for a bit of damage, and he starts double teaming right away.
No,
So
this
we're missing, and our health
Ludicolo!
is rapidly dropping.
That ruined my...
We go down fast.
I love Ludicolo, but his Ludicolo double teaming, it was a big reason I had a one failed attempt in my Emerald with no new moves challenge. I hate double team.
Battle wasn't even close. I'm gonna have to grind until Thunderbolt hits a lot harder. I've been looking over the TM list over and over, trying to figure out a solution, but I'm just not seeing one.
Rain
I could use
Dance and
but then
Thunder!
my accuracy would be way lower, and I'd be making the fight really unreliable. I could learn Solar Beam, but it's too slow. If I use Solar Beam with a sunny day, then I'd turn into a Fire-type Castform
yes.
and would get taken out by Wallace's strong water moves.
Well, I mean, you'd cancel out the weakness. It would be the same as if you were a normal type. Rain Dance and Thunder! Rain Dance and Thunder? You could, like, have the TM in the back and, like, swap out one of the moves for Thunder right before the battle?
It sucks to suddenly need to grind so late in the run, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
I mean, Thunder! You just buy the TM! To be fair, I don't have experience with fighting Wallace in this run, because I did Alpha Sapphire, the champion is Steven, and I just used a mix of Scald and Flamethrower, depending on the Pokemon I was fighting. But, like, Thunder's 100% accurate in the rain. Does have pretty bad PP. But, like, you could do Thunder and Thunderbolt, just saying.
Eventually, I had leveled up all the way
82?
from level 70 to level 82, and I still lost because I can't outmuscle Ludicolo. The worst part is that his
Ludicolo.
only weaknesses are Flying,
Ludicolo's got great
Poison,
special
and Bug.
defense.
We can't learn any attacking moves of any of those types.
Yep.
This is getting a little worrying. I went ahead and made a Shell Bell so that we can heal a little bit while we deal damage. I worried that this could backfire though, since I kind of want the extra water power from the Mystic Water, since I'm worried that I might need to use Rain Dance and Weather Ball to beat Wallace's Whisk Cash if I get that far. You know, just overpowering it with her strongest move. I ended up at level 84 getting to Wallace again. This time Wailord is a one-shot with Thunderbolt, and Tentacruel missed his Toxic, so I took him out too. When Toxic hits, we pretty much
Oh, that's
lose.
interesting. I didn't know that. In modern day games, Toxic, if used by a poison type, cannot miss. Like, even if you're, like, digging or flying. But turns out that's not the case here.
So that was important. Ludicolo is still spamming Double Team, but we hit 2 Ice Beams. He takes out 51 health from us with Surf, then full restores, and we just keep using Ice Beam. Every time I get hit into red health, he just keeps using a full restore, hoping that I'll miss.
He's gonna run out, right? How many do they have?
Lucky with our accuracy and land tons of hits. By the time we take
There
it
we
out,
go.
our health is about half. Whiskash is next and is part ground, so I decide to just use Rain Dance. He uses Amnesia to beef up his special defense, and we hit a Weather Ball for pretty big damage.
Ooh.
He uses Amnesia again though, so we can't quite finish him off. I still use Weather Ball since it's the strongest move we have, but he hits Earthquake, then full Restores since he's in red health.
I mean, the more damage you do, the more you heal with Shell
The
Bell.
Earthquakes have gotten us below half health as our reign ends. So I just hit one last Weather Ball to finish it off since it's now a physical attack. It's a lot weaker when it's normal type, but he beefed up his special defense a lot. Water Onyx is next, so we lose attack to Intimidate, but
Water Onyx?
Out since he's double weak to electricity. Less
Is
is
that-
Melodic.
Is that what he called Gyarados? Water Onyx? Why is that so funny? I mean, you could call Onyx Rock Gyarados, like...
And it tanks a Thunderbolt pretty well and badly poisons us with Toxic. But we're faster, and we managed to finish him off with one last Thunderbolt.
And
with
it's
that
the
victory,
win!
We're in the Hall of Fame, and we win the challenge, but there's a post-game fight, and I'm actually pretty confident that we can beat this.
Oh, he's doing the post-game
Stone
Steven
is in
fight.
Meteor Falls. Now,
Do you guys want to know a fun fact about this Steven fight? I've never done it. I don't think I've ever done it. Like, even when I was playing Emerald as a kid, I think I knew it existed. I was like, I don't care. And I just did the Battle Frontier stuff. I don't think I've ever actually done this Steven fight in my entire life. Because, like, all the other times I've played through Emerald since being a kid, I've been for, like, videos and stuff. So I just, like, finished in, like, the main story and then didn't do anything else. So, yeah, I should probably do that fight at some point.
Now that we have the post-game, so I go straight there to give the battle a try. Skarmory's first, and I'm incredibly lucky that I took it out in one critical Thunderbolt, because that thing usually opens with Toxic. Armaldo is next, so I start my Rain Dance, tank an Ancient Power for a solid amount of damage, then one-shot him with our Water-type
Weather Ball!
Egg Run is another one-shot with a Weather.
This entire video has just been an exercise in humbling myself. Because I didn't know Weather Ball doubled in power, and I'm feeling very silly for not using it in my run, but it was fine, I didn't lose!
Their ball. We crit, but I don't think I needed that crit for that, honestly. Cradley is fourth, so I Ice Beam it for solid damage. He hits Confuse Ray, and we managed to hit another Ice Beam for the knockout. Claydol's out,
This
and I managed to get
moveset
an
that
Ice Beam,
he's
and
using for
amazingly,
Castform is
it
just
freezes him. We hit ourselves with Confusion the next turn, but after that, we hit another Ice Beam for the knockout. I'm surprised that Steven didn't just use an item.
Very
Last
good
is the
combo.
pseudo-legendary Metagross, so I make it rain right away so I can tank Meteor Mash without getting instantly crushed, then Weather Ball him for way more damage than I was expecting. He hits Psychic for tons of damage and ate a berry, but thanks to us being faster, we managed to hit the finishing move on our very first try at Steven Stone.
Wow, that's wild.
Well, that didn't go exactly how I expected.
That's pretty funny. It took Wallace multiple tries, but like, hey, yo, Steven, you want to beat down too? So you guys Castform, clearly wonderful Pokemon.
Lots of bumps in the road early, reasonably smooth sailing for the bulk of the middle, then I had to grind up so many more levels than I was expecting just to be able to beat the Elite Four and the Pokemon Champion.
Yeah.
I actually beat Steven first try though, and in fairness, that run was way easier than most of what I do. I really hope you guys like that challenge though. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do for next Saturday's Pokemon Challenge yet, but I'm thinking a Pokemon Fire Red one.
I don't know what I'm going to do for my playthrough challenge video that I will post in 1 week? These once a week? Playthrough challenge? Entire playthrough challenge in a week? See, the reason I don't do these very often is because they take so long. I got all the other videos to make and I'm doing all that. Like, how do you do that? Teach me your ways of efficiency with playthrough challenges, because mine, like, take forever to, like, play through an entire game, write a very long script, film a very long script, and then have my editor, Katie, edit an extremely long video. A week? So final thoughts on that. Clearly, Castform is a lot better than people give him credit for. Was able to beat a game by itself without any in-battle healing, which is wild. Massive shout out to mah-dry-bread for letting me make this video. It was very entertaining, great job, just wildly impressive at how much more difficult the challenges that he attempts are. They're like, oh, so much harder than the ones I'm willing to do. Thank you guys so much for watching, and an extra special thanks to my patrons over on Patreon who are helping support my channel and my business and life and stuff independent of fluctuating YouTube ad rates. If you want to help support me in the same way, the link is in the description below. Also, if you want to check out some more of my fun Pokemon content, I recommend these videos here. All right, that's all I have for now. So till next time, big fans. Gotta catch them all.